Hey, this is Keith Everett, workwithkeith.com. I'm over here at the beautiful Phantoms Hall in Hertfordshire in the UK, and I'm going to be reviewing this book, Beyond Positive Thinking. Now, this is a book by Dr. Robert Anthony, published around about 2007. And Dr. Robert Anthony is a pretty well-known author out in the USA, and he's been writing books since the 1980s, I believe. And it's pretty good at it, and he's made a lot of money by doing it and sold many books. And these books are a little bit special because Dr. Robert Anthony has a very kind of unique perspective on things, and Beyond Positive Thinking is one of his better books. His biggest seller was The Ultimate Secrets of Total Self-Confidence. I don't know if you've read that one, but that's another good book of his. But let's get back to this book, Beyond Positive Thinking. Well, I think we all pretty much know that positive thinking is a good thing, but positive thinking alone is not enough to change things. If you are positive, it's obviously far better than being negative, but being positive doesn't necessarily bring the things that you want into your world, if you like. And what he's saying here is, in order to attract the things that you want, you need to go beyond just saying them. You need to believe in them, you need to feel them, and you need to act out as if you already have them. Well, I mean, this is something which I think a lot of people who know the law of attraction knows pretty much, that the world is full of vibration, and what you give out is often what you get back. And what he's saying here is that, you know, in order to kind of manifest those things in your life, you need to role play them throughout your mind and your actions. And that doesn't actually mean faking it until you make it. You're not misleading anybody, but what you're doing is you're convincing yourself that you're already in possession of those things. And to convince yourself, it's no good just telling yourself. It's, you know, like positive thinking on its own. If you go out in your garden, you've probably heard Tony Robbins say this many times, but if you go out in your garden and you say there's no weeds, well, there are weeds there. You've got to take action to actually get rid of the weeds. And what we need to do is take action to get rid of the weeds in our minds, because your worst enemy in this life is probably not someone else apart from yourself. And that's really what this book is about. And I'm just going to actually share something from this book with you, which I think you're going to like. So bear with me a second. As you can see, I don't know if you can see in this book, I'm always highlighting areas, and that's how I use a book, and that's how you want to read, is to keep rereading them and get everything you can out of the book. And this is, I'm going to quote you some things that Dr. Robert Anthony says here, right? Most people's failures in life are products of justifying themselves and protecting themselves when they should be correcting themselves. So let me just repeat that. Most people's failures in life are products of justifying themselves and protecting themselves when they should be correcting themselves. Our willingness not to be in error and not to correct is the source of most of our failures. Here's something else which I think you'll like. Successful people are people who are constantly busy doing things that they don't know how to do for sure. And that's the adventure of them. They don't know what the future will hold. All they know is that they are committed to a path, and they will do whatever has to be done to get to the next step. That gets them to the next step, and so on. Unsuccessful people just live intimidated and immobilized by the fear of discovering that they are in error or are making a mistake. And that's the difference between successful and unsuccessful people. And as you can see, I've highlighted this page as well, because when I buy a book, I always want to get the best out of the book, and this is a good way to read a book. Just underline or highlight the sentences that you think you can use. That's a quick review about the book. I hope you found that interesting. If you want to know what it is I do to be able to come over to places like this in the middle of the week and create videos, put them out on social media and make money doing that, then click the link above if you're watching this on Facebook, and click the link below if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.